about to say something that might make you mad, but stick with me because it is going to change the way that you think about your body forever. I'm Toni Norton, and you may know me as Toni Fine, your Fine Fit sister and creator of the Fine Fit Nation. We're almost 30,000 strong, and I would love for you to join us on this journey to becoming a better version of yourself. One way I'm committed to supporting is by breaking myths to health and wellness. And here's the big one. There's no such thing as Toni, you guys. I know you've been saying, I want to get toned for years, and every fitness magazine promises to help tone up. But here's the truth. Tone is not a thing that your body does. It's just marketing speak designed to keep you spinning your wheels. What you want when you say tone is actually muscle. The reason you don't have it isn't because you're not doing enough cardio or because you need to tone up. It's because somewhere along the way, we made muscle the enemy. Muscle is not bulky. Muscle is not masculine. Muscle is what holds your body together, burns fat while you sleep, and creates that strong, confident look that you've been chasing with endless cardio and restrictive diets. Today, we're changing the language. We're changing the mindset. And I'm gonna show you how to build the body you want without living in the gym. So question number one, why do you even need muscle? Alrighty, let's go through this. I want you to do me a huge favor and I want you to bend over. Yes, bend over, you guys. I want you to try to touch the bone in your butt, like your sit bone. So if you bend all the way over, you should be able to feel it. Now I want you to sit up and I want you to clench your booty cheeks. I want you to make your butt clap, okay? When we do this, you are actually clenching your glute muscle. Now I want you to loosen it up and just smack that big old thing. That is fat on our bodies. What a lot of us don't realize is that fat and muscle are not the same. People think that fat turns into muscle and muscle turns into fat, and that's not how it works. Fat is covering your lean muscle mass. Your big booty is covering your glute muscle. Have you ever seen if an outfit looked better by just squeezing together your cheeks and it just stands up a little bit taller? Yeah, that's your glute muscle. And if you were to grow more of it, your booty would stand up that tall every single day, I promise you. So fat and muscle are two very different things and they are not interchangeable. The fear that muscle is bulky usually comes from people thinking that if they are already struggling with their weight, that if they were to go to the gym and build more muscle, that it would solidify and harden them and they would turn into a bodybuilder. Well, I'm telling you guys this as a bodybuilder, that's not how any of this works. But that's how I used to think about muscle. In my journey, I started off overweight, 225 pounds, struggling with my weight with lots of fat on top. And I never wanted to go to the gym to build more muscle because I thought I would get hard and look like She-Hulk. And then I began to do excessive cardio, training for marathons, running hours a day, under eating with crash diets like keto and fasting and juicing, and I lost weight rapidly. I was busted, deflated like a balloon that had been popped with excess skin, and I did not like the way my body looked. Then I went to a gym where there was a coach who did bodybuilding, but I wasn't interested in that. I kept telling him, I just want to get toned. Can you help me tone? What about toning? And instead of allowing me to think that toning was real, he sat me down and he told me, in order to achieve the physique that you want, you must build muscle. And when you build your lean muscle mass up, it will fill up what's your excess skin so you no longer look frail and deflated. And that's really what changed my journey and allowed me to become a bodybuilder, which was always one of my biggest goals, to walk across the stage in a tiny two-piece and enjoy the body that I was in. This is what muscle looks like in your body. Muscle is underneath layers of fat. Remember, our booty fat is covering our lean muscle mass, and our job is to get rid of the fat that is covering it, to unveil the muscle, to give us that beautiful toned look. And why is muscle so important? It's because muscle allows us to burn more calories. For every 1 pound of muscle that we have in our body, it allows us to burn up to 6 or so additional calories per hour. So for 5 pounds of muscle, that's an additional 30 to 50 calories that we will burn doing absolutely nothing just because we have it in our body. So does this mean you need to go to the gym and work out hard every single day? Absolutely not. There are 4 steps to build muscle, and we're gonna go through how you can achieve this the next time that you go to the gym. Step 1 of building muscle. Understand it's all about what you eat and how much. There's no point in going to the gym if you do not understand nutrition. You're not going to be able to see any of the gains of the lean muscle mass you have, and definitely won't be able to create that beautiful toned aesthetic. You'll want to refer to our earlier episodes if you want to know how to calculate how many calories you need to eat to be at maintenance. But step 1 is find your maintenance calories. Maintenance calories are how many calories your body burns on average just chilling in the house doing nothing. For most of us, let's say that number is around 2,000. We'll want to start eating our 2,000 calories a day every single day. This is easy when we meal plan. Meal planning makes this so simple. Step 2, we have to be consistent. For us, 30 minutes of walking every single day will allow you to build your endurance up. 30 minutes of walking is just for our heart. Think of this as the way that we can go into the gym and have really strong workouts. Without the endurance portion, our workouts are not going to be as great as they could be. Without the endurance portion, our workouts will not be as powerful as they could be. So 30 minutes of walking at minimum every day will give us the endurance. Step 3, finally, we're in the gym, and this is where it gets fun. What I would suggest is 5 movements, a 3-day workout split. For a beginner, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do upper body on Monday, possibly lower body on Tuesday, and back of body workouts on Wednesday. This will give us that gorgeous hourglass physique that most of us are going out for. So Monday is when we would do upper body. Our upper body only. I know what you're thinking, full body workouts, I'll get more done in less time, but we don't want to rush through this. We truly want to stimulate the muscle. We want to tear muscle fibers, and this is going to take a little bit more focus. So let's focus on one area at a time. Our upper body days, 5 quick and easy movements any beginner can do. Let's do a bicep curl to build some beautiful arms, looking just like Angela. Let's do lateral raise and tricep kickbacks and Arnold press and maybe even a little chest press if you're someone who wants to get a really broad physique up top. So 5 simple movements you can do, but here's how we'll do them. Progressive overload. I want you to start off first with a 5-pound weight, just 5 pounds. That's going to be our entry level to teach us how to do all of our movements efficiently. So 5 pounds with your weight. Then each week you'll go up 8 pounds, 10 pounds, 12 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. Going up with weight is the easiest way for us to progressively overload our muscles so we can eventually see growth. As we are doing this week to week to week, the same movements, if you change your workout movements, you won't be able to stimulate the same muscles and you won't be able to see them grow as rapidly. So you'll want to stick with the same movements week by week. So you'll have your muscles growing over time by just being consistent with your movements. The step 4 to building muscle is adaptation. So we're going to go home. We're going to take rest. We're not going to overtrain, only 3 to 4 days a week. And we're going to eat following a meal plan or just whole foods diet at our calorie maintenance. And after we do that, when we go back to the gym, you'll notice that the 5-pound weight that was once difficult now becomes easier. The 12-pound weight that almost made you sit on your butt now is a breeze. So each and every single week, you'll see that you're able to push heavier weight and you'll see your muscles growing underneath the layers of fat that we want to see fading away. And the only way we can do that is if we stick to our meal plan. I need you to really hear this. You can have the body you always wanted, not the body someone else has, but the strongest, most confident version of your body. It's not about being smaller, it's about being powerful. Coming up, we're about to bust some muscle myths. Alrighty, you guys, this is the fine line, and Nicole is back.
Hey, y'all.
So we got some myths to bust, okay?
Let's go ahead and bust them. I'm going to role play. She's not talking about me. She's talking about y'all.
Whoa! I'm talking about anyone who it applies to, okay? A hit dog gonna holler.
So let's get started. Lifting will make me bulky.
You already bulky. That nothing gets on my nerves more than when someone says that, because you bulky. When you finally build that muscle and lose that fat, you're gonna be lean, okay? Is anything bulky about Meg the Stallion?
No.
Is Lori Harvey bulky?
No.
No. That petite Philippe looking good. That is what muscle looks like on a regular person. When people think bulky, they think bodybuilders, but those are top 1% athletes. There's nothing that's going to turn into top 1% of you overnight. So do not worry.
It was never going to be uses. Next, I need to lose fat before building muscle.
That makes no sense. If we want to focus on losing fat, we really have to build muscle. Building muscle, and the result of it will be fat loss. So instead of trying to just lose fat, that's a little bit too difficult to do. Most people will lose muscle on that journey. What we do here is just focus on building muscle, and then the fat will come off with it. So don't worry about losing fat before building muscle. Just build muscle, and fat loss is the result.
So it becomes like a side effect.
Yeah, it's a side effect. It's a side effect. Yeah.
I like it. Next, women should only do light weights.
Y'all get on my nerves with that. I swear toning is a word that must have been made by a man in the 30s who said, women don't want to build muscle. They want to tone and sculpt. We'll sell them that. And now it's 2020 something, and women are still obsessed with toning using 2-pound weights, and year after year your body has not changed. We have got to tear muscle fibers and repair them in order for growth, and those 2-pound weights that you have are not going to do it. I need you to lift heavy, baby. Don't worry, all that's going to happen is you're going to look amazing.
So I shouldn't be afraid of the weight room, and I should lift heavy is what you're saying.
Yes, and let's talk about gym anxiety. What would you suggest, Nicole?
I mean, it just feels really intimidating in the weight room.
There are a lot of men there. Okay, so there are gyms that have all female gyms, right? Some cities have that. I've been to them. There are gyms that have faith-based gyms. That is really amazing too if you have access to it. But most of the big gyms have female weight rooms. So you can be there with other women and you can feel more comfortable, or stop going to the gym in the hot hour. Don't go to the gym when everybody just got out of work and it's booming in there and everybody's wearing crop tops and cute outfits like Miss Nicole. I love this outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The gym does give club.
It does give club.
Hours, so it's you can get a little anxious. Next.
You got to go early in the morning. Okay, next.
Muscle turns to fat if you stop working out.
I've heard this. This is not true. Muscle cannot turn into fat. Fat cannot turn into muscle. That's like my hair one day suddenly becoming my nose. My nose will never be my hair. That's literally how different they are. So I do not want you to fear this. What happens is when someone stops training and we begin to burn less calories and consume more calories, and then eventually you'll get fatter, but it's not because the muscle turned to fat. It's just because the habits in the eating. That's all it ever is.
Points have been made.
Points have been made.
One. You have to be sore to see results. Now,
You like to be sore.
I like to be sore.
I love a good session where I cannot even walk afterwards with my arms, but that is not necessary. Not everyone's body needs this. So I don't want you to think that if you're not sore, you're not going to build muscle. However, what I will say is if you've been training yourself your entire life and you've never been sore and your body never changed, then you probably do need to see a professional, maybe a personal trainer. And after those sessions, you will find yourself sore. But the more that you go to the gym, the better you get at sleep and recovery. In the following episodes, we'll talk about that. The more the soreness is not gonna bother you. But soreness is not a requirement for building muscle. However, sometimes it is a good indicator that you're doing something. Something happened.
Now, I personally love standing in for y'all, so if you have anything else that you would like to ask Toni, make sure you submit your questions.
Yes, thank you guys. So let's recap what we learned today. There's no such thing as tone. What you want is muscle mass. And muscle isn't bulky or masculine. It's powerful and beautiful, and you don't have to live in the gym to build it either. Remember, building muscle is a skill, and skills take time to develop. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small wins. Here's your challenge for this week. Change your language. Stop using the word tone and saying you want to get tone, and start saying you want to build muscle, get stronger. Notice how that shift changes how you think about exercise and your body. You've got this. You're stronger than you think. and you're about to prove it to yourself. That proof is one of the finer things. See you next time. Bye.